Today is still August 8th of 2024. Okay. Back on July 26, 24. It's a Friday. 6:30 to 7 in Circle Restaurant in Deerfield. Okay. I walk in with my friend. Okay. Now, we've been going out for a while. He's a nicer, older man. Really kind. And very sweet and good to me. Okay. This young drug dealer walks in. We found out how old she is. Nobody should make fun of her for going out with that older man. I'm almost 60. I'm 57. I just look really good for my age. There's two middle-aged drug dealers in white. They're white. They have gray hair, polo shirts. Standing by the registers. The camera's right there. We found out that guy that was bailing this guy out from a team is a recruiter for a basketball team. Oh, I know which one. You don't want to play with him. He'll learn to mind his own business, or we'll tell him what's going on. And we'll take care of him ourselves. I just keep looking at him. I thought, you don't want to mess with that man. You know what his response was in 19? He sent 7-foot men down here. Walked around me in Walmart stores. We're Karen's Angels, and we're here to save the day. 300-pound men. Walking through the mall. One idiot tries something, says something to her, and we'll take care of him ourselves. You don't know who you're playing with. Because they're like, do you realize he knows this person, knows this person, knows this person? Yeah. His response was sending a lot of men down here to clean out the stores the most. Do you realize he saved lives? I was still getting hurt in my home, but the cartel had to go somewhere else when I was out. That man saved lives. They called him Prince Charming that rode in on a white horse and saved the day. Karen's knight in shining armor. Okay? You don't want to make him mad. And they already told him January 25th, 2019. The police always knew she's innocent and innocent before. They were talking about it at the station. Some guy was bailing this guy out from a team, and if she was innocent, he'd pay a fine or bail. And then talked about that agent trying to extort money for me during saying something. And that's when people were talking about the loophole of where he told on me. And met with everyone that I called the FBI before he spoke to me from the hotline. It was 4 days later when he spoke to me, and he already told everyone. Oh, he told about 600-900 people at least. Witnessed by the police and confessed on a recorded line he told on me. Foreman and informant. Listen to the recorded line like they say you come up out of your chair. Okay? Well, the guy I was out to eat with, I told him about how they said that to my ex-husband. Okay? And then even in Walmart in the Strip in April on a Sunday morning, I go to walk in, some guy's on the phone, I listen to the recorded line. That agent did admit to telling on her on that recorded line. He did speak to her like that. They better do something about it. By the veggie aisle, canned veggie aisle, officer in uniform shows up. Karen, I've been listening to this today. We all know no one drugs anybody but the drug cartel, and it was a drug cartel in your home before. We all know that one guy told on you before. I want to know how he heard it, and he took off after him. Okay, it was a drug cartel in my home, running a drug scam. That's where I get my client. We go over, still in the grocery aisle by the ladies' clothing. Some guy's on the phone with some guy named Kurt with the Stark County Sheriff's, made fun of him in 21 and called him slow. Tells everybody to stay out of it. He's on the phone. He said, Kurt, none of this is funny. They got that agent on a recorded line admitting to telling on her before. They have these people recorded that they made everything up on her. And that agent recorded December 14, 23, that he was in it with Dave and stole my money. None of this is funny. Everyone stay out of this. And then, icing on the cake, Pam Strange with her granddaughter. Okay? Now, they already said it was a drug cartel. They made everything up on me. Pam Strange with her granddaughter. Uncle Dave said he had someone tape her before. I walk out, people are busting out laughing. Took her long enough to confess she was in it with Dave with those stocking tapes. Her family was linked to the following arm Randy. And now she's in it with those stocking tapes. Her kids better never verify anything on it. They all defended her and the police taped them. That means they were in it with Dave the whole time, trying to kill her and cover it up. See, I went to Danny and Jen on Christmas Eve of 22. Okay? December 24th, 22. I said, I asked him if they knew about that jackass Eric on November 18, 22. All the tapes before were me and not her. It was my idea to come up with it, my idea to do it, my idea to say it for all those people to turn on her. Did you know about that jackass? No. I said, did you know on the 6th day where they kicked in my door, did you know they set up on camera stalking me? No. Did you know about a shower scene in the other room to make me look weird with myself? No. I said, did you remember all the giant bruises, throwing up, heart racing, almost passed out in front of the neighborhood by the second week? Yes. It kept happening? Yes. Did you know they were drugging and beating me and telling me to say weird and molester stuff? No. Kids come out of the room. Daniel and Tyler. Grandma, is that what's going on? We didn't know. And they hugged me. Jen's like, I thought you were working too hard and bruising too easy. I didn't think about it. See, that's where even on Thanksgiving of 18, where John's kids got caught stating they wanted the house for Auntie Shell and Papa. And then later on to Flora, they made everything up. And then when I go to John, don't worry about it, Mom. Melissa, his ex-wife, would have him make up something because of the divorce going to be moving out. But trust me, nobody could say anything bad about you. She'll have the church people make up something too, but trust me, nobody could say anything bad about you. Go to Josh. I've never done anything bad or wrong. Never said you did. The rest of my grandkids, never hurt you, never did anything wrong. That's the truth. Always been good to you, yes. And like Flora said, October 23rd, 2019, of course it never happened. Of course it wasn't true. They were games of pretend we made up, laughing to a bunch of adults. Told on Mel's kids for lying. They're documented being games of pretend. Right after Thanksgiving 18, the undercover police worked my case. Why are they having those kids make all that shit up? Well, they're just trying to scare her out of the house. We interviewed her whole family, and they spoke very highly of her. June 20th to July 4th of 21, same cops, Walmart 62 by the paint aisle. What are these people talking about? We interviewed her whole family a long time ago. She's never hurt anyone. And girls that dated the drug dealers, oh my goodness, the boys had a drugger to make her say that stuff. Nobody mentions those tapes again. March 23rd, 23, they walk in Walmart 62 by the hair salon. We told these people to stay out of this. We interviewed her whole family a long time ago. She's never hurt anyone, and nobody's ever seen anything, and it's just some lady trying to make money off this. It's another drug cartel bitch. Running a scam. I talked to real attorney Dave can't hire Pete or anybody on his own. Nobody could be in your home. Louisville police, even the FBI, would go to jail for being in your home outside that protected light case. Until that agent agreed to protect you and had statements of threat of life, they would go to jail for being in your home. It's illegal to look and listen. Prosecutor's office is a fraud scheme. They made the biggest mistake they did in your home. It's the right to privacy of your home. Constitutional rights. Drug dealers cannot be hired to run a scam on you in your own home. Drug you up, Photoshop shower scenes. So next time you do something, drug dealers, walk the person outside. Photoshop the shower scene outside. You made a big mistake. And these idiot people think it's funny that drug dealers are drugging people up and telling them to say something stupid and photoshopping and washing and then laughing in their face in front of the police, laughing at the FBI agent John June 7th, 23 that they fooled them. They go to parties June 30th to July 2nd of 23 that they were live for the party, how they made fools out of all these people for falling for this. They mock them that they're fools, and they still go along with it. It's like there's retardation in the water. Okay, the next day after July 26, 24 at Circle Restaurant, I was in North Canton outside the apartment. There was a man outside talking, and he sounds like somebody. Okay. My phone's bugged. There should have been a car driving by. I about died when she said about the police telling her ex-husband they knew she was innocent before. I about died. And that idiot over a case trying to extort money out of that recruiter. And then the big 4-day loophole of what he did, of where she called the hotline and he didn't talk to her for 4 days, and he went around meeting with everybody, telling on her for calling the FBI, witnessed by the police. He told on her for calling the FBI, and then admitted several times on a recorder line that he told on her and met with everyone. Bullies her, and then lists her informant, and then threatens her. He said, I found out my wife was dying 4 years ago. I started watching her. I moved my dying wife back here 2 years ago so I could meet her. Okay? About died when she moved out with that other guy. I told him if he ever touched her again, I have men to take care of her. You better never touch her again. I dream of her every night. Okay. Freaked out a little bit. Extremely. The guy I'm dating right now, he's older. He's the kindest, sweetest, gentlest man. Okay? I know he loves me. He moved back 2 years ago. His wife is dying. 19 and into 20, they said Karen's will is an old guy. He owns 300 acres. He's too shy to meet her. The guy I'm dating owns 300 acres. That guy outside that place I was at in North Canton on the 27th said he even talked to the men that were here. They were mad that I waited so much, and he didn't care I waited much. I know the guy I'm with loves me, and he adores me. I know that. He asked me to marry him. I know that. But he didn't buy me from the cartel, did he? Because that's wrong. And I definitely don't want him to sell me back to him for them to sell me to somebody to kill me. And then he better not have. Because I'll be so furious with him. He bought me an engagement ring. I know he loves me. He's infatuated with me. I know that. But then it comes down to, but like they said, that older guy she's with now, he may have been stalking her for years. Scared a little bit. A little bit. Extremely a little bit. But then I'm thinking, am I overthinking? Or am I not thinking? I almost took my things and ran. But I figured if he was stalking me for 4 years, he'll just follow me. Or worse, sell me back to him. But then it comes down to, I know he loves me. I know that. But what do you do with it? What do you do with it? And was that him outside? I should have had an officer driving by in an undercover vehicle. Should be July 27th, 24 in the morning. Was that him? Is he dangerous? He's not like one of the drunk cartel guys like great uncle or grandpa, right? Or relative. It's scary. Because his wife died last year. He moved back to where I lived in that apartment building 2 years ago, just like that guy said outside. And the way they described him when I worked at CSE Bank, it's almost like they were describing him. Because that guy said I started watching her 4 years ago. I fell in love with her. Watched how she treats people, she talks to them. She's all I think about. I dream of her every night. See what I mean? But the guy I'm dating, he tells me the same thing. I dream of you every night. A little scared? Yeah, I'm a little scared. Do I know he loves me? Yes. Am I worried he'd hurt me? No. Would I be worried he'd give me back to him? Yeah, a little bit. Told you I was freaked out enough I almost ran. But then I figured if he's been stalking me for 4 years, he'd follow me. And according to what he said outside, my last boyfriend, he threatened he'd have men take care of him if he touched me again. But if that wasn't him, then there's a guy that sounds like the guy I'm with that's still stalking me. See, I got a couple stalkers off this case because I sold the login. Like I said, the guy I'm dating right now, he's older. I've never had anybody just be good to me. I had Dave. And we all know he beat on me and he was abusive and controlling. This guy tries one thing, I wait a while and then I have a talk with him. Don't do that again. Matter of fact, he has a little bit of a dirty mouth. It's like until you learn to put a filter on your face, you're not me and my grandkids. Because you will not speak like that in front of him. Sweeter, older guy. I walk through stores. You want anything? No. I'll buy it for you. No. I've never had somebody just want to do for me. It's weird. And like I said, I know he loves me. I know he's infatuated with me. I know that. I know he cares for me greatly. But I need someone to find out if that was him outside that apartment after that. And just make sure, like they said, they need to make sure that he's just a sweet old man. And that he isn't dangerous. Because if he's just a sweet old man that loves her, there's nothing wrong with that. Somebody who thinks you're beautiful, wants to help you, take care of you, and is good to you. He told me because I make him food. I buy him, because he's a diabetic, I buy him all kinds of sugar-free sweets and everything else. He's like, I was married twice before and I never had anybody be good to me. He said, and you do everything in the world for me. And he said, I've never had that. Well, they probably figured he had money. He'd just do it for himself if he wanted it. But I don't know what to do. And I do need to find out if I need someone to, like, check him. Like I said, they need to find out that, make sure he's just a sweet or older guy. And that he isn't dangerous. So, find Officer Marker John. And find out who was driving by on the July 27th at 24 in the morning where I was working. Make sure it wasn't him. And then sort of check his connections. I'm a little freaked out. But I know the guy that I'm dating, I know he loves me. That's not a question. But just make sure the other.